We are back with our final episode of the Patriarch Christian Story Mode in Smackdown vs. Raw 2006. We've won the Royal Rumble, and an exciting conclusion lies ahead as we near a world title match with Triple H at WrestleMania. Tensions have risen, and it's starting to get personal now. And prepare yourself for some serious voice acting.
Now listen up, you dastardly villains. The Hurricane is here to bring you to justice and truth, honor, and integrity to the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, yeah? And how are you gonna do that exactly?
By relieving you of that title, of course. With justice on my side and my Hurrah powers at my disposal, an evildoer like you doesn't stand a chance. For one night only, I will take you on as my Hurrah sidekick and join forces with you to defeat Triple H's evil schemes. The battle is joined.
We find ourselves dealing with the aftermath of our last encounter. Triple H and Ric Flair have challenged the Hurricane and I to a tag team match, and it's important we make a statement here and accept the challenge after getting bitch slapped by Triple H. Though once the bell rang, we were able to impose our will as Ric Flair wasn't much more than a glorified spectator, and alongside the Hurricane, we take care of business and get out of here with the victory.
There's the Hurricane and his sidekick in the GM's office.
That's for damn sure.
Oh no!
You've got to be kidding me.
The highly impressionable Jonathan Coachman is in charge of Raw for the time being.
What's up with that?
And with that being said, we are put in a submission match against Ric Flair, something that would become somewhat of a tradition in the story modes over the years around this time. Regardless of his ineffectiveness last week, Ric Flair is still someone that should not be taken lightly. Old Man Nate here was extremely resilient, almost beyond belief. However, after multiple unprettiers, we were finally able to weaken Ric Flair and force him to submit before the big title match tonight.
Feeling that Triple H isn't very concerned about tonight's title defense, JR.
The odds may be stacked against the Hurricane, there's no doubt. But that young hero has all the heart in the world.
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
King, you know what they say. Anything can happen in the WWE.
Kryptonite in that sledgehammer.
I can't say it's uncharacteristic, but Triple H has snuck out of this match without dispute, leaving the Hurricane laid out in the ring. However, things continue to stay bizarre as we are put into a rather random situation the next week, a match where we must win to stay #1 contender, despite winning the Royal Rumble. If that's the way the general manager wants it, then so be it. Chris Jericho would deliver one of the toughest oppositions we've experienced thus far, which made for an exciting match, only to be tainted by post-match chaos.
Surprised that Triple H and Flair couldn't keep their noses out of this. Of course, with noses like theirs, it's tough for them to keep them out of just about everything.
Come on, Jericho! Get it! No!
Hey! The deal was that I'd stay out of the way after the match. I didn't say that you two jackasses should throw me out of the damn ring!
Deal? What's Jericho talking about?
Oh, what's the matter, Jericho? Did you get hurt taking a little tumble out of the ring? Were we too rough for you? Well, let me tell you something. You're gonna get it a lot worse than that when I give you the first World Heavyweight title opportunity after WrestleMania. So let me ask you, was it worth a little beating? Or do you want to head home and cry yourself to sleep?
Oh, it's absolutely worth it, Triple H. And don't misunderstand me. I can take whatever you dish out. But if you try and double-cross Y2J, you're never gonna make it to WrestleMania, Junior.
I can't believe that Chris Jericho would sell his soul to that devil, Triple H.
At least he got a good price for it, JR. As long as Triple H retains the title at WrestleMania, Jericho's the next #1 contender.
In the following week, we are back going head-to-head against Y2J. In an attempt to get some payback, we've challenged Jericho to a rematch in a TLC match. While that may put us at some kind of disadvantage going into the biggest match of our career, we want the smoke, and the smoke is what we got. A physical match was in store, and Ric Flair's presence added a very annoying element. But Jericho was the one at the disadvantage, as Captain Charisma is rather well versed with foreign objects and weapons. An unprettier would seal Chris Jericho's loss, but that wouldn't be the end of this encounter.
Looks like Coach bit off more than he can chew. I can't say I'm sorry to see it, but I am sorry to say that it looks like Triple H's henchmen are still running the show here on Raw.
What did Coach expect? Talking to two former world champions like that. If you want to order Raw superstars around like that, you'd better be able to back it up. Say, that gives me an idea.
What are you talking about, King?
I'll tell you later, JR. But first, I've got to give Mr. McMahon a call.
The King has got an idea, and that idea ultimately led to him becoming the interim general manager for the time being. A long cutscene was held explaining our next endeavor, a first blood match against the opponent of my choice, presumably keeping them out of our hair for the WrestleMania showdown. We chose Y2J, as he has given us the most trouble by far. Another brutal contest was in store, but pinfalls didn't matter here. The only focus was dealing damage, specifically on Y2J's cranium. Eventually, we were able to bust him open and pick up another victory on our road to WrestleMania. The cycle of facing the same few superstars continues as we once again go one-on-one with Ric Flair. I'm getting real tired of seeing these red boots in the ring lately, so we promptly take care of the Nature Boy and waste no time seeing as WrestleMania is a mere 2 weeks away. Though there was seriously something the game held against me, as we really could not get a clean pinfall opportunity seemingly ever. Flair tried to sneak his way out of it as well, but we shut that down. This match took way longer than it had to, but we were finally able to get it done, only to fall into more post-match shenanigans.
What a show. Another 2-on-1 mugging by the game, and no one's doing a damn thing about it.
Where did he come from? It's been years since that idiotic psychopath showed his mask around here.
He's a WWE legend. I have no idea why he's here, but I'd say his timing is impeccable.
There goes Triple H!
Long story short, the legends are back. Jimmy Hart is the new general manager, and Mankind is his right-hand man. We're going to be put into yet another exhausting tag team match the week before WrestleMania. Another long-winded promo at the start of the next show would reveal that Triple H and I will be squaring off in a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania, and also set the tone for the match this evening. And in said match, I was more than happy to sit back and allow Mankind to deal plenty of damage, as I do have a very important match in a matter of days after all. Mankind and I would isolate Ric Flair, and bring home one more victory before WrestleMania. It's finally time. A Hell in a Cell match for the World Heavyweight Championship against the man who has been giving us issues since episode 1, Triple H. For a long time, we've been overcoming odds to get here, and Christian is ready to capitalize on the push he never received from the WWE and reach the top of the mountain. This was a tightly contested match as Triple H had no intentions of releasing the championship. Triple H is relentless in this game, but we came in at peak performance. His offense was aggressive, but the Patriarch was determined to come away from this one on top, and that we did as we were finally able to hit the unprettier that would end Triple H's title reign.
Give him credit, JR. I didn't think he could do it, but he showed the world that he had what it takes to beat a champion like Triple H, and on the grandest stage in sports entertainment. Look, it's Triple H. He's climbing up the side of the cage. I've got a bad feeling about this, JR.
My God, what on earth can the game have in mind?
This is going to be the shortest title reign on record. There's no way our our new champion is getting up from that. And someone call a doctor for Triple H.
Well, you better call a veterinarian, cause he's an animal.
Christian has become world champion, and the push that never was has climaxed here at WrestleMania. And even though Triple H tried to sabotage us and ruin our moment, we stand tall. But that'll do it here for this story mode. Thank you so much for tuning in and following along. Check out some of the content that you can see below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy.